Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Belicio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Belicio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Belicio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at beliciofoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Happy whatever day this is. What planet am I on? Are you here? Am I talking to you?
Hello.
Am I asleep?
Hello out there.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the morning show. Our good friend John Pelletier is here this morning, and we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff.
We could pinch each other and make sure we're here, I guess. I don't know.
I know. Dylan said, I'm tired. I said, yeah, me too. And John said, I practiced last night. I can't talk.
Yeah,
We're a mess.
I need a cup of tea, and I thank you for that.
Hey,
So I'll be slurping tea while we do the show.
Listen, there's very few.
If it tastes like Dawn or anything, man. And there was so many bubbles coming out of that.
I walked in there because it was taking Dylan forever to wash this coffee cup, right? And I walk in and there's just bubbles flying everywhere. I said, how much Dawn dishwashing liquid did you put in there? And he said, well, I thought just a drop, but obviously not. I watched him. He rinsed it till it went clean.
So this should be a tasty cup of tea. Is that what you're saying?
Very flavorful.
Hold on.
I think it should be fine.
Okay.
Hey, it'll clean y'all out.
That's right. Eventually.
No, it is 'tis the season for a whole lot of things. We have Thanksgiving coming up in
Right.
a little 9 days I think I saw, or 8 days, something like that.
Not bad. Yeah.
We have everybody sick. 'Tis the season.
'Tis the season
for allergies and snot
Mm-hmm.
and mucus and all of that stuff. And 'tis the season for the Remembering the 60s concert.
Hey, there we go.
Woo!
I'm right in there with the snot and mucus. I love it.
Hey, listen, I saved the best for last.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I put you one step above the snot and the mucus.
And we're close. It's this Friday.
It is. Can you believe it?
Pressure. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, the old guys practiced finally last night.
So he comes in this morning and he says, he's being all quiet. And I'm like, you all right? Do you have any hot anything? I was like, are you all right? We practiced last night.
Yeah. But anyway, it was fun.
Good.
And we hope we can carry that over to Friday night.
It will be fantastic.
Yeah, I hope so. It should be a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's going to be our Remembering 60s concert. And I wanted to come on and urge people to get their tickets.
Absolutely.
Tickets are $20. And they, of course, can be purchased at the Markay.
Yes.
You can go to the box office. They're open each day now, today through Friday, each day, noon to 5, I think, something like that.
Something like that.
Or and one of the easy ways, you can go online and you can just order them from markaytickets.org.
And that's super, super easy.
It is.
You can pick your seat and everything.
That's true.
Yep.
And you buy your ticket and they'll have the ticket for you at the box office when you come Friday night, and you can enjoy yourself. And
exactly.
We're going to have a lot of fun.
It is going to be fun. This is I don't want to say you guys are old or anything, but how many annual
I think
is
this is the 4th annual one that we've done. Um, of course, we've been involved with Rock for Tots for years because we would go to Chillicothe at the Shoemaker Center
Right. You were just
and play every year.
You've been involved in this in a long time. It was
Yeah.
just in a different capacity
Right.
than doing this actual concert at the Markay.
Actually, the Rock for Tots had 2 events a year. They had, in the spring, they would have the Sugar Shack, which was all 60s.
Yes.
And they had 4, 5, 6 different bands that did the 60s, and that's where we would go and play. And then every winter at the first Saturday in December, they would have the Rock for Tots auction and concert, and that's at the Majestic Theater
in Chillicothe. Lovely, lovely venue.
And Paul Pollard would raise a bunch of money. Well, they stopped doing the Sugar Shack because the guys who did it were like me. They're old, and they said, we don't want to do this anymore after doing it for a century. So we thought what we want to do is we want to carry that on a little bit. But one of the big things we wanted to do, since Paul was funneling money this way in Jackson County, and he literally sends thousands and thousands of dollars to the Wellston Fire Department, to Jaffe, and to the Gear Grinders every year, plus some other projects that are not Christmas related that he does to help out our area. We thought we would do this concert and we would raise some money to send to him so more could come this way.
So it just gets sent back to us.
Yeah. So anyway,
and other places.
Every year we raise somewhere between $4,000 and $4,500, $4,500 dollars for Rock for Tots, and all that money, and I must say more and more. And believe me, we talk about this. He sends what we raise and more back to the agencies to make sure that our kids have a Christmas. And he does other things as well. So he's been involved with this. I think he's involved with about 35 different agencies that he contributes money to from Rock for Tots every year. His sizable portion raised for Rock for Tots directly impacts our families here in Jackson County. And the Wellston Fire Department, as I mentioned, Jaffe, the Gear Grinders. He also contributes to Sojourners, to Big Brothers and Sisters, also to Elizabeth's Hope, other agencies in our area that he helps out with. Plus, he has requests, and he does this. He does scholarships for people in need, too. So what we decide to do is every year we get together, and it's a fun way. I mean, and we have a good time.
Right? It's win-win for everybody.
Right. We have a good time on stage. We're not always good, but we're having a good time. We're on stage.
You guys are great.
Yeah, and everybody out there, we hope, is having a good time. Plus, we're going to do, there's going to be an auction. We'll have, I think it's going to be, we used to have an auctioneer, but that kind of took up a lot of time. And us old people, we don't want to stay up too late. So what we did is all during the concert, they will have kind of like a Chinese auction. You can buy tickets, and there's going to be a lot of great things that you can buy there. We're probably going to have Orion Day football. We're going to have tickets to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, 4 tickets.
That would be cool.
Yeah, this year in Columbus. We'll have 2 50-inch Vizio TVs. There's going to be a gift certificate from 6 Cents.
Yeah.
We also have, there's going to be some other ones. I'm trying to remember what they are. A brand new acoustic guitar.
Really?
Yes. And I think, and other things, I think there's a power tool or something there. But there's about 6 or 7 items. There's not going to be a lot, but you can, and they're going to be, every item there is worth $300 or $400. Yeah. So, you'll just buy your tickets. I think it's like $10 or $20. You can get some tickets and just pass them around on all those different items, and hopefully you'll win. So
Very good.
and there'll be some refreshments. There'll be some pop and some goodies to snack on. But anyway, the evening starts at 7 o'clock this Friday. If you want to arrive early, because it is festival seating.
Yes.
So if you're wanting to get up close, I don't recommend you get too close to us, but you can. But
You
the wonderful
never know
part,
what's going to happen up on that stage.
but the wonderful part about the Markay, honestly, is that I think it only holds like 280 some
Yeah,
people.
something like that.
Right, and every seat is a good seat.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it's a wonderful place to go to a concert or any kind of event. So, and the money that we raise will go to Rock for Tots, but also a portion of the ticket sales goes to the Markay. So that helps the Markay Theater. And believe me, every penny that we raise either goes to Rock for Tots or the Markay.
Yeah, and that's what's so important. I mean, this is like such a big deal because it's not only helping our local kids, but kids all throughout all of our local communities and folks, just people in general. And it all just comes full circle.
All of the agencies that are involved in making sure that kids have Christmas, and believe me, it's not an easy job. And one of the things that this money helps do is that every year, and you can talk to people who are involved in these agencies who make sure the kids have a good Christmas. Every year, the demand always outnumbers the supply.
Yeah.
You get your contributions coming in to and you buy the toys, but the need keeps coming.
It does.
So this gives several $1,000s for all these agencies, helps them to make it through. So
yeah, and I was reading a thing on social media this morning, and it was a local lady, and she was talking about a friend of hers that I believe is a teacher. The way I understood it, and they had kind of asked their classes, what is there anything you need and whatever, and some of them were just like literally, we need soap and deodorant and stuff, and I'm like, okay, not even toys, not anything, like a toothbrush. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little bit wild.
Right.
So, all of this is to help our local people. And it's such a good deal.
And at Christmas time, it's hard for us to imagine, many of the families, that that there will be no toys, but the other part, keep remember, and their agencies are helping with this, it's hard to imagine that someone is hungry
That was
on Christmas. So
the other thing.
and speaking about that, we'll get back to the concert. Every year, the Wellston Ministerial Association, we do a Thanksgiving service, and it's coming up this Sunday.
Kind of as a group situation?
Yeah, the Ministerial
That's awesome.
Association. And we have it at the different churches every year. Now, this year it'll be at the Grace Baptist Fellowship. That's on New York Avenue, South New York, at 240 South New York Avenue.
Okay.
And then we will take up a free will offering, and this money goes to the Wellston American Legion's 40 and 8, because every year they do literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of food boxes.
It is so cool.
For Christmas dinner.
Yes.
So we help support that. So
Good for you.
we'll be doing the Rock for Tots for the toys and for the kids and clothes, and of course our community service will raise money for some food baskets, food boxes.
Yeah, and the fact that you think about local kids that go home, for a break, and people are worried about them not having just normal stuff to eat and whatever during their breaks, because at least they get to eat at school and all that, and that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're home for Christmas break, that's quite a few days, and so we need to make sure that all these kids stay fed and everybody's good.
So mark this on your calendar. It's the Wellston Ministerial Association. We have we call our annual Wellston Thanksgiving Community Service. Anybody can come, of course, from the area.
Sure.
And it'll be this Sunday, November 19th at 6 p.m.
All right. And what if somebody can't make it but wants to help?
Sure. I mean, you could give a donation at the church, at your church, and say you would like this to go to the 40 and 8 for their food baskets. And I know your church will make sure that they get that money.
Yeah. And the 40 and 8, if you don't know, is kind of a offset of, it's the American Legion, isn't it?
The Wellston Post and the American Legion, they have a 40 and 8, and they do some wonderful projects. They do nursing scholarships. They do a lot of wonderful things.
Yep.
And one of their big projects every year is to put together these food boxes. And believe me, it's
no small task.
No, it's not. And they have a lot of goodies for your Christmas dinner in these food boxes. And so anything you can contribute to be wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. And is the tea that bad?
No. My throat is that bad. My throat is that bad.
I didn't want to contribute to the delinquency of your
No,
vocal
the
cords.
tea is wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you.
No soap in there?
It has a little, cleansing power to it.
We're just trying to lube up your vocal cords a
thank
little
you
bit
very
with
much.
that Dawn dishwashing liquid.
I know.
But no, 'tis the season. We should all be generous all the time, but 'tis the season to be thinking about that kind of stuff. And if you can come to the Remembering the 60s concert, that would be fantastic.
Yep.
But if you can contribute in some other way, that's absolutely great as well.
Sure. And if you could do all the above, that would
Yes,
be wonderful
even
too.
better.
That's
even
right.
Better. So let's get back to your concert.
Okay.
And this is Rock For Tots presents Remembering the 60s concert.
Right.
I got to do the peace sign.
Peace.
But no, so there will be you guys singing, John Jones, Dave Leach, Craig Klein, John Pelletier, our good boy here,
Right.
our good friend here. And then our good friend Ben Davis Jr. is coming to hang with you guys as well. And, of course, local talent. And but you also have the Sonic Rhythm Academy performing.
Right. That's part of the Bart Wiseman Foundation.
Yeah. So let's talk about that for a moment.
So Bart had lots of visions, but one of the things that he was very passionate about, actually there were two. The first one was local music.
Yes.
Bart was adamant about supporting and helping the local musicians.
Yes.
I don't know if I remember the day he marched in and he talked to me and he said, "You know what?" He said, "Every Tuesday night, I'm going to turn on my phone and I'm going to play music." And it was at 7:00 every Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
And he would play, just himself play and talk about and get out and support local musicians.
Yes.
So what happened was, and that was the first one. The second was music and kids.
Yes.
So Bart started the Sonic Rhythm Academy, and he provided all of the instruments. He provided the instruction.
But he kind of started this kind of under the table, didn't he, John?
Well,
like
a little
lot
bit.
of people didn't really know what was happening.
I mean, he didn't push it, but he started out with maybe a dozen kids, and these were kids that couldn't afford lessons.
Sure.
And one of the things that is so wonderful is that the first class, I was there helping set up once in a while. And I'm seeing year 2, year 3, I'm seeing now some of those kids blossom into really musicians.
Yes.
This was kind of like a school of rock.
Yes.
And he would teach them the basics, and they would learn to play a song or 2 or 3. And those who wanted to play the drums, he would have several drum kits there. They want to play the bass guitar, he would have a bass guitar there, several guitars. And every year you see these kids grow, and then you see more and more kids come together. So, and one of the wonderful things about this was when Bart passed away, Megan, his wife,
Yes.
carried this on, and she gets a lot of help from Morgan Washam
Yes.
and, of course, Jason Hogue,
Yep.
so that they can carry this on. And they also make sure the kids have food,
Yep.
that the kids are mentored, and that they get lessons and they get feedback. Now, this year we're working on something, and we hope to have the dates announced at the concert. But this year, because they've been helping with our concerts,
Yeah.
we're going. Paul Pollard is going to take all these kids to the recording workshop,
Oh my gosh.
so they can learn about recording music, and then of course, and
they're gonna
record too,
love that.
so they can walk
so
out with them.
fun.
So it's going to be great. So when you come, you're going to be able to see these kids. And what the wonderful part about this is, and the one that Bart talked about the most, is not so much their ability to play, because that comes, but when you see the fire, you see the light in their eyes, when all of a sudden they realize that this is really cool. You know what I mean?
Like I'm making music.
Yeah, music is, and so that is carried on thanks to Megan and Jason and Morgan, so that they'll be there. They'll open up for us as they did last year.
Yeah.
And you're going to be surprised.
Love
they're,
this.
They're good. They're
Do
good.
you have any hints on what they're going to be playing?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's really a surprise then.
Yeah, it'll be a real surprise. But anyway, that'll be worth the price of admission right there. So
Yes, absolutely. And again, it's helping kids. This is such a good thing. You know, I don't know a lot of people know this, but music is expensive. Instruments are very expensive. Music lessons are very expensive.
Mhm.
So what they're doing is so wonderful to give kids a chance that might not have had that chance any other time.
when it first started out, you would see a couple of guitars and a lot of drummers, a lot of drums, and then one bass guitar. And then the second year, you saw a keyboard and some vocals and marimbas, and you saw different things happening. And each year, they get better and better, and they get acquainted with more instruments and more types of music.
Yes.
So it's a great thing.
Is there or is there not a triangle? Because that's what I would get to play.
I'll tell you what, if you want to come up and play, we'll have a triangle for you, okay? I don't think there's too many triangles in rock and roll bands, but we'll
Listen, I think we're on to something.
I think you are.
Just rock it out, and then at the end, ding.
Solo.
I did it.
So anyway, that's going to be part of that. So yes,
Very cool.
We're looking forward to that very much.
No, that's very cool. And that will be kind of the opening act to your Remembering the 60s concert this coming Friday again, not Saturday, Friday. So don't get that confused. At the Markay, downtown streets of Jackson. If you haven't been to the Markay, that's worth the price of admission as well.
Yeah.
Plus, there's always a wonderful art show there in the gallery, in the lobby as you walk in. So it's kind of like all of this fun stuff for one price.
It is.
Yes.
And again, there's no bad seats. So if you're running late,
Not
don't
at
worry
all.
about it, because, it's the theater is not huge. So you're not stuck in a corner or anything like that, because
Right.
you're still pretty close to the stage.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
believe me, you'll be able to hear us.
Are you saying that you're loud mouths?
Well, that's one of the rules of garage band rock and roll, is that if you ain't that good, you certainly can be loud.
Just sing loud. Turn it up, man.
Because I shouldn't speak for all of them, because we have some really good musicians. Craig Klein is a master of the keyboard, and
Yes.
if you come, you'll be able to see him. He's really good. You have Ben Davis Jr.,
Of course.
John Jones, and David Leach. They're good musicians. And then, of course, the guy who tries to hide in the corner, the bass guitar player, that's me. So anyway, it's going to be a great night.
So do you have a lineup or a little sneak peek of any of the songs that you guys will be singing or artists that you'll be performing?
Hey, yeah, we put in some new stuff this year.
You did?
And we threw out some old stuff.
Oh, God, are you going to remember the new stuff?
That's the problem. That was the reason for the practice. And the problem you have is that us old guys, we practice and we remember, but when you practice the next day, you can't. What was that we did? So this could be interesting. No, we've put in Bob Seger this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Something new. The Standells.
What's that?
Dirty Water.
Okay.
It's a '60s thing.
Okay.
Okay. I know you may not recognize some of this stuff. We have Chubby Checkers we threw in this year. A couple more Chuck Berrys. Another new song we threw in for is Elvis. We're going to do an Elvis song.
Oh.
Really?
All right.
No, nobody's dressed up.
Who gets to sing it and who gets to swivel their hips?
You're going to have to look at Ben Davis Jr. for any swiveling, because it won't be me, because they'd have
you
to
might
call
break something.
They call the ER if I swiveled my hips.
Ben Davis Jr. singing Elvis. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's gonna be an up tempo song, so he's not gonna croon anybody for sure.
Oh, I can't wait to ask him about this.
We threw in the band.
Yes.
So we have
The Load.
There'll be
The Load. That's the band.
The Weight.
The Weight. That's what I meant.
Yeah, we have Bob Seger. We'll do Beatles. We'll do Kingsmen and Standells. Chubby Checkers in there.
This sounds like so much fun.
Rolling Stones. Here's one that you may not remember. Of course, this song was done by a couple of groups. The Nightcrawlers.
Is that the group?
That's the name of the group, the Nightcrawlers.
I don't remember the
Okay.
Nightcrawlers.
Okay.
What do they sing?
I think it should be a surprise.
Okay.
And then, we have, let's see, the Byrds. We'll do Bird songs. Wilson Pickett.
Okay.
Johnny Rivers.
Okay.
CCR, of course.
Yes.
Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Yes.
The Doors. We threw in some Doors this year. We haven't done them before.
Nice.
The Kinks. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. Remember him?
No.
Okay. The McCoys.
Uh-huh.
So just a few.
And I assume that all of these will be sing-along songs for the audience.
And the Kingsmen, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some of the people were welcome to sing along.
Sing along. Have
That's
a good
right.
time. That's what it's all about.
It'll be fun. We hope.
It will be fun.
Okay.
Yes. Keep you guys all in line.
Right.
Boy, Ben Davis Jr. has a big task keeping you guys in line. Or vice versa. I'm not sure which.
Yeah. The Nightcrawlers, you'll remember the song. The Nightcrawlers, they did it. Also, I think Eric Burton and Animals had a version of it. Let's see. Gloria.
Okay.
Shadows of Night did Gloria.
Okay.
So.
There you go. This is going to be great.
I know.
You guys are going to be awesome.
Thank you.
So refreshments, auction, buy your tickets now because they always sell out. So get them.
Right. And again, the quickest way now, and probably the surest way to guarantee you have a ticket, is to go online.
Yes.
At markaytickets.org.
Yep.
And I'll take you right to the site, and you can order your tickets right there.
That's right. Remembering the 60s, and it's just super easy.
Or you can go to the box office. They're open this week, starting at noon every day.
Yep.
So stop by and get your tickets.
Yeah. It's a wonderful, wonderful venue. If you haven't seen the Markay, it's absolutely gorgeous. And as you said, very intimate. So if you, doesn't matter if you're in the back row, the front row, the middle, off to the side, doesn't matter.
Yeah, everything.
It's going to be a great seat.
All have a good seats. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So that is the Remembering the 60s concert. Did Ben Davis Jr. tell you that he has a beer coming out?
No,
Yes.
he didn't tell me that.
Yes. So, as you may or may not know, he moonlights as a bartender sometimes at the Sixth Sense Brewing Company as well. And in his travels, Ben Davis Jr. came up with this I love Southern Ahia, Southern Ahia thing. And so he and Jamie got to talking one day, and they were both kind of like thinking the same thing, but hadn't talked to each other about it.
Okay.
And they're like, what if we came up with the Southern Ahia version of, like just a light, easy drinking, Michelob Ultra kind of thing or whatever as a lager. And they both kind of approached each other at the same time about it and had been thinking the same thing. And so I think Jamie might have mentioned it to him, and he goes, I was going to ask you about that, but I just didn't know. And Jamie said, well, I was going to ask you about it, but I didn't, want to step on your toes. And so anyway, Ben came in and got with our brewers, and so they brewed the first ever Southern Ahia lager, and so it will be out soon. And it's really cool, and it's got a really fun label. And we hope that it becomes a staple for everybody in our community to enjoy for many, many years. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
By the way, I must say, I've been saving my quarters and pennies, and I finally had enough money to buy my own Ben Davis t-shirt.
Yes.
So I got one of those.
Yes. I have a Ben Davis t-shirt, and it's like one of my favorite ones. It's super soft and fits good.
Good.
So yeah, I like it. That's neither here nor there. So now you know that you can come see Ben all kind of places and Southern Ohio Lager.
That's right.
Yes. So you so taking off your Rock for Tots hat for a moment.
Okay.
And your Ministerial Association hat for a moment.
Okay.
Can you put on, while you're here, I figured I would kind of ask you about it. Could you put on your Ohilco Society hat and talk about some of the downtown holiday events that will be coming up there in Wellston, because you guys do such an amazing job down there.
And I don't want to put myself in that category because I'm not a worker bee anymore. But
hey, you're here. I'm going to ask you about it.
But I have some info.
Yes. It's called He's Reading It Off the Internet, so it must be true.
Yeah, the Wells, and I am reading it, but it's not on the internet. It's their brochure.
Yes.
The Ohilco Society has now taken over a lot of responsibilities of Main Street, some of their projects. And one of Main Street's projects was Christmas treats on Wellston streets.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Dylan. Great job.
And yeah, thank you. And at the same time, the Ohilco Society would light their trees. They have in Pride Park, there's 100 and some Christmas trees. It's always wonderful.
So cool.
So now it's going to be one event. So what's going to happen, and this will take place on Saturday, November 25th, right after Thanksgiving. And it'll be from 3 until 8 p.m., the whole event. So they'll have a Chinese auction. There'll be a 50-50 auction. There's going to be a silent auction. They'll have the mistletoe market where you can buy Christmas goodies.
Oh, that's
There's going to be a
cool.
$500 cash giveaway.
And
a lot of the area merchants in downtown Wellston and organizations will be set up so that you can go through, and they'll have all kinds of Christmassy stuff and foods and treats, and you can do that. Then at the end of that, closer to, 5 or 6 o'clock, once it's dark, they'll light the Christmas trees.
Which is just absolutely gorgeous. If you have not been to Pride Park to check that out,
it's wonderful.
Something else.
So it's going to be the Christmas tree lighting ceremony and Christmas treats on Wellston's streets. That's all going to be on Saturday, November 25th. It'll start at 3 in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night.
So is that the Saturday after Thanksgiving?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes,
The days are running together for me.
Yeah, I think Thursday's the 23rd. Thanksgiving's on the 23rd.
Okay.
24th is, what do they call that? Black Friday?
Black Friday.
Yeah. And then, of course, they got lighting of the trees. And then
it's officially Christmas season.
It's going to officially Christmas season.
Or if you're, in retail, it's been Christmas season for. I was in Kohl's the other day.
Oh.
And it wasn't like super packed, so I went up and there was a guy at the counter and he was checking me out and I was like, "Is that Christmas music?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's been playing since before Halloween." And I was like, "Are you all right?" He was like, "Not really." And we just got to laughing about it, but I was just like, "Oh man, whew. Retail's rough."
It is, and we have a way of sort of diluting our Christmas spirits with kind of overloading the senses. However, I'm a firm believer that all changes somewhere around Christmas Eve, and then our senses are heightened. I mean, really, this Christmas is a wonderful thing because Christmas starts from within, truly. What is going on out sort of sets the stage for us on Christmas time, and I enjoy it. And of course, my wife, Connie Christmas.
Oh, yes.
She started decorating for Christmas the day after Halloween. Okay, so but that's it, and that's wonderful, and it sets the stage. But the transformation for most individuals happens, it's right around Christmas Eve through Christmas Day, and we really start finding out truly what Christmas is all about at that period of time. So.
Yeah, and what you just said kind of stuck with me for a minute. Christmas starts within.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you talk about something as wonderful, Christmas, words kind of dilute everything because, but I really feel that we start to, a smile means more. The scent of Christmas means more. It triggers things off. Family becomes closer. Friends become closer. Strangers become friends. I mean, it just all starts from within. And I think that's the miracle of Christmas each Christmas. I mean, things happen. Life has a way of distracting us.
Yes.
And not all Christmases are happy Christmases. I'm sorry, but happen. Things happen.
Right.
However,
but what can you do to change that around, or to survive it, if you will?
You want my point of view on that? Okay.
He gives the best advice.
So starting in December.
Yeah.
It's what's called Advent.
Okay.
Advent is the time that leading up to Christmas. And I always say that Advent is the season to prepare our hearts for Christmas.
Okay.
So what I suggest is if you want to really have a wonderful Christmas, celebrate Advent. Now, here's a very simple way to do that.
Okay.
There's several ways. Sometime during the Advent, and let's just say you can do it every day, but let's say once a week. In other words, I'll give you a starter kit. Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't have to be daily.
Let's say
you don't have to buy the Sam's Club $4,000 Advent calendar. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard. Yes.
It has a fancy piece of jewelry in it for every day.
Yeah.
No. Tell me what does Advent mean?
Advent means coming.
Okay.
And what we basically are doing in Advent is, like I said, preparing our hearts for Christmas. The whole theme of Christmas or Advent is stay awake, be ready, prepare yourself. So my suggestion is take every evening a time alone, or if that's not doable, one evening, whether it be Sunday evening or Friday evening or whatever you want to do, and spend that around a candle, one candle,
Okay.
and then just think about what you're thankful for. It doesn't, and if there's someone in your family, talk about that with them. Or if you have kids, bring them around and what they're thankful for. There are ways you can go on your phone and you can get scriptures through Advent. Maybe you read a piece of scripture and talk about it. And it only takes a little bit of time. So now at our church, we do a Wednesday Advent service, and it's not in the sanctuary. We do it in the fellowship hall because we have food. It involves food.
Well, heck yeah.
Heck yeah. And we'll have an Advent lesson. And that's the whole idea of that is to try to prepare yourself so that Christmas does start to grow from within.
Okay, love this.
And all the stimulus that we have on the outside in the stores with the music, at homes decorated, driving down the Christmas trees, the treats on Wilson City streets, all of this can feed into that if you let it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they start to, how will I say, they start to bah humbug.
A lot of people.
Christmas, too much Christmas, I'm tired of Christmas carols, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
But I really think that all of this is the stimulus we need to start working on it from within. Then when we work on within, the bah humbugs go away.
Love that.
And when it's not necessarily the Christmas we dreamed it would be, or that we wanted it to be, we're still strong enough within to be thankful for what good things we have on that Christmas. It may not be all good,
right?
But there is good there, and we're all blessed in many ways. So
yes,
that's what I would suggest: is prepare your hearts for Christmas, and do this. And I'm not trying to play down or condemn the Christmas decorations or anything like that. I'm not. What I'm saying is that
you live with the premier Christmas decorator. So.
That's true, and all of that is wonderful, and it really does help. I mean, you're sitting there with your cup of coffee in the morning, and you're looking, and you have all this wonderful stuff and trees sparkling and all that. There's no way that at our house anyway, can you not be thankful. But then again, it's not easy to be thankful. I mean, and we cannot let our lives, especially our hearts, be ruled by circumstances. What we have to do is we have to strengthen ourselves from within so that we understand circumstances, but the circumstances do not steal our joy.
I think that's a wonderful way of looking at it. And I remember you talking about, do you remember the Tiny Tim tree that you gave Dad the one time? Because he was all down in the dumps about Christmas. And I thought it was such a good idea. So he gave Dad this tree. It was a little tree. It made him, I think, write on a piece of paper every day, like every single day, something that he was thankful for, and hang it on the tree like an ornament. And I thought that was such a good idea. And
that could be centered around your Advent. You could get you a little Charlie Brown tree or an ugly tree.
Yeah.
And then write something you're thankful for and hang it on the tree, stick it on the tree. I mean, there's many ways, but again, the whole journey from now until Christmas is preparing ourselves for Christmas in here. And that is amplified by what's out there.
Sure.
But it also can help us get through what's not so merry about our lives during Christmas.
Yeah, and that's what people sometimes tend to dwell on, for whatever
Right.
reason. And I think just humans by nature kind of, it's easier to think about bad things than good things. I don't know why. Um, Sometimes,
And we
but
all we all do it,
we do.
and it's again, Christmas can be a double-edged sword for many people
Yes.
because Christmas may not be the same because of someone who is not there now.
Yes.
Christmas could be not the same because of illness.
Yes.
Christmas could not be the same because of many things, circumstances.
Yes.
However, if you start growing within, you'll be able to, yes, feel bad about
And that's okay.
and it's okay. But then again, it helps you amplify what is blessed in your life so that you can deal with what is not so blessed in your life.
Yeah, I think so. But the reason I brought this up is this all goes back around to what you and I have been talking about today, and that's helping others.
Right.
Because there's nothing that makes you feel better in the world than helping someone. I don't care what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the things that we've talked about today, if you happen to be fortunate enough, which you should be thankful for, to help others,
Mm-hmm.
maybe think about it and come to the concert, have some fun, donate to one of these local organizations,
Sure.
do whatever. I don't have kids. I have a blast going out and toy shopping and looking at all the toys and stuff because I don't have a reason to do it other than for this kind of
Right.
stuff. So it gives me a moment to be a kid again, which is cool.
Right. And one of the things, and one of the reasons why we do this concert is that this is really an easy way and a fun way, and just one way, hopefully of many,
Yes.
that you can make somebody else's Christmas better. I mean, when you go in, you buy your ticket,
Yep.
$20.
Yep.
But keep in mind that what you're actually doing is not only you going to be having a good time, but the main reason that you're buying that ticket is because all of that money is going to help
Yes.
somebody else.
Yes.
Nobody doing this is getting paid. And we don't want paid. And we're doing it. We're up there doing the concert for the same reason, because when we're up there doing that, we know that somebody else is going to have a better Christmas. We're going to make somebody smile a little bit more.
Absolutely.
We're going to make more people happier during Christmas time. And that's the reason that you're buying the ticket.
Doesn't it go? It's just kind of the whole pay it forward
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
So, you know what I did one year? This is really weird. You're going to laugh at me. So, you mentioned the Charlie Brown Christmas tree earlier. So, I went down to the Christmas tree lot one year and I was just being all bah humbug about everything and whatever. And I went to the Christmas tree lot and I thought, I got to get myself straightened up here. So this is when our good friend Sherry used to have trees down at the produce stand.
Okay.
So I went down there or I think I called her and I was like, Sherry, you got a tree down there that nobody wants? And she was like, yeah. I was like the ugly one, like the one that only has one side or like whatever, the one that nobody wants. And she was like, I think I can fix you up. So I went down there and I didn't find one tree. I found two that nobody would want.
Okay.
So I took them home and I decorated them all up and made them pretty.
And they were great trees, weren't they?
They were. And I thought, there we go.
Very good.
So that was my contribution, paying it forward to
Wonderful.
the poor tree that nobody wanted. Isn't that stupid?
And that's great.
But no, you got to get yourself I don't know, get your mind right or something about that kind of stuff.
Christmas starts from within.
It does.
That's right.
See, save a tree.
Save a tree.
Yeah. Don't let it be chopped down in vain. But no, this is, I thought while you were here, and we were talking about this and of course the Christmas season and, all of the things that people can do to help it's a really good thing to pick your brain about because
Yeah.
you have a good way of putting
And
things.
there's going to be plenty of opportunities. I've been talking about opportunities with the community service in Wellston.
Yes.
There's always a community service in Jackson too. There's we have the concert coming up, but there's always opportunities to help with food. I know that they do meals for those that need it around Christmas time and Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I mean, you can
Oh,
throw a
there's all kind of
few
stuff.
dollars at that, or you can just throw on some jeans and go down and help.
Yeah.
You know, some hands-on help. There's lots of. This is a great season for you to reach out and to help. And to be very honest with you, that you do all this good, but guess what? You feel even better.
Absolutely. Giving is the
Right.
best gift you can get.
It is. That's true.
That sounded really deep.
That's
didn't it?
great, though. Yeah, I like
It
it.
is true.
I need to write that down.
I
Hold on.
don't know where that just came from.
That was good.
This is what happens when I'm tired. Profound things come out of my mouth. But no, it is really a time to start thinking about that and like how you can be appreciated. And if you need help, that's cool too.
Sure.
Ask for it.
Right.
Find it.
There's a lot of agencies here that are gearing up just for that.
Yes.
Because there are some people that, hey, they didn't ask for it, but things happen,
Yes.
and they're going to need some help this Christmas
Yes.
or Thanksgiving or whatever. Reach out.
Yep, absolutely. And we all just need to help each other out. And you know, this is what small communities do.
Yeah,
We show up for stuff like this.
that's right.
So please do so. So, all right. Is there anything else that you wanted to
No,
talk
just
about, John?
recap about those tickets.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Once again, it's the Remembering the 60s concert. It'll be at the Markay Theater this Friday. It starts at 7 o'clock. And there's going to be an auction. There's going to be some, things to drink and snack on. But the main thing is have a good time and keep in mind that your $20 ticket,
Yes.
all that money, every penny of that money goes to help someone for Christmas
You got it.
and to the Markay. So you're doing good and you'll have a good time. And once again, this tickets are available online now at markaytickets.com, markaytickets.org. I'm sorry. I almost did that wrong.
You're
didn't I?
fine. You're fine.
markaytickets.org. Oh my. And then I'm having a hard time getting past that image.
I know. So cute.
There you go. That's better. And the Sonic Rhythm Academy will be there, as you can see
So
there.
good.
And those kids are just so talented and growing every day.
Love that.
But get your tickets online, and they're available at the Markay box office all this week. And I think the box office opens at noon. And you can stop by and get your tickets there too. This Friday at 7. I think the doors open around 6 or so. So you can help out this Christmas and have a good time all at the same time.
Because giving is the best gift you can get.
That's right.
Yeah, somebody write that down.
I wish I did.
No, that's cool. And just come out and have fun. That's
Right.
the main thing.
True.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Dylan, did you say you had something for us?
Well, I do, but it's more just like a playback of my other night. The reason I'm tired right now, I have a video of why.
So Dylan here has gotten himself, and I keep telling him this,
Okay.
stop putting all your hats in the fire because,
Okay.
you're going to get burnt
Okay.
out. So, but he had a rough night. Was it last night?
Yeah, I recently kind of picked up a second job, but not really. So
Okay.
at college, I'm part of the esports club, and they wanted to use me for media production. And I was like, yeah, sure, I do it all day anyway, so I don't see why not.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see how much of a commitment it would be. So yeah, I'm the production guy for Rio Grande
Oh,
Esports too.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to play your video?
Yeah, I
Get
can
us
play
out
it.
of here.
So this is me the other night broadcasting the esports game. This is, but Yeah, John's still holding the damage lead. He's
John's
getting tossed
turning the
around a
tables.
little bit, but wow,
no.
and that put damage almost to a tie. But John lands that Patui when he comes back from it, already giving him a bit of a
Bring him
heads
up
up,
30.
diving around, throwing him off the map, throwing that Patui, throwing that poison down.
Poison.
He shielded that attack. Oh,
He's not
wow.
giving him a
He
break.
threw him off.
He
Tries
down.
to go down and finish it. Oh, and it backfires on him. John 2-2.
They both go down.
Well, that was something.
Yeah. They both go down at the same time.
Rio Grande's John Nodder at 37 damage. Smash Cat's at 0. John's throwing around, diving around, dealing some damage on him, 24%.
John blocks. Oh.
Wow, John's up to 73. That was definitely not good for him. That tied stock. That was definitely not good for John. But he's
John
still
had the
trying to
lead.
come back from it. And though he's dealing getting some heavy damage dealt towards him. He's flying around, jumps back up on the map, throws that Patui.
Tui.
The limit is charged. He's got to be careful.
Oh, he's launched
He
away.
got hit by that limit. 132 damage on John. He's trying to get
comes
back on the
back.
map, but the other opponent just can't let that happen. Oh, John sneaks through. Throws that Patui and
Oh,
deals
Jonathan,
some gas
yeah.
on him. But he gets to pay for it, though. He's trying to come back.
Oh, John
and
loses
John's
another
down
stock.
to 1 stock.
Oh.
Smash Cat still holding 2 stocks with 61 damage. He's dealing some damage towards John.
Goes for the... Ooh. Patui didn't work.
I got to say, this match is already another nail biter,
Yeah,
just
this
like the
is-
last two. These opponents are definitely evenly matched. However, John
see.
is still falling behind.
It seems they were both improving this time, and unfortunately, his opponent is improving with him. So
And he gets hit by that attack, sending him off to the edge. 111
Oh.
damage. John's
John
trying to
comes
get
back.
back up. If he doesn't get back up, this might be a game over. He's got to get back on the map. He's
Oh, he's
struggling,
knocked off
and
again.
he's
Oh.
out. John gets 2 stalked by Smash Cats. Oh, that was a rough one to watch.
that definitely was. Yeah, he had the lead at the beginning, but sadly, it was turned around on him.
It was that last attack that Smash Cats dealt that took both of them out. It was able to tie him up, and that is definitely not what John wanted.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, this may be it for him.
Yeah, I'm still struggling to follow these NECC rules because personally, I am a high school graduate, freshman in college. I play ESO for Jackson High School, or at least I did. So I'm used to
Jackson High
ESO
School
rule
esports,
sets,
check it
and if
out.
this was ESO, John would be done. But we'll have to check on that because this is NECC.
Of course, we're used to a best 2 out of 3, rather than a best 3 out of 5.
Guessing with it being 3 out of 5, I would say this would be it for our John. But we will check, and we'll be right back once we find out. Give me just 1 sec. I don't have a chair.
We thought it was over, guys.
We definitely thought it was, but it is not. We're diving right back in. Here we go. Oh, John getting dealt some damage
Oh.
already.
But that wasn't much, honestly.
He's got him up to
still-
11 already.
Oh, hey.
Dakota. Hi, I'm Dakota.
And Dakota is in here with us. We are going right into this game.
This
Smash
game-
Cats is throwing Piranha Plant around.
This game is friendlies.
This is just a friendly. Thank you, Dakota. We did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, so my Twitter, if you want to know, you know what my Twitter or my X is IAMLH_URG, and it's don't expect much from it because I don't even use it. So anyway,
And that was Dakota.
Yeah, follow her Twitter. You're the second person to promote yourself on this stream.
Well, this is just a friendly, so we're not going to take this as seriously. This is just for fun, folks. It does look that John lost that game, though.
Did you get to see the matches, Dakota? Did you see what happened before?
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, TheTelegramNews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegramnews.com.
Check it out.